In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on April 23, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Vancouver Canucks versus Calgary Flames. The Vancouver Canucks will head to the Scotiabank Saddledome on Saturday night to take on the Calgary Flames in a Pacific Division matchup. The Canucks are 5th in the division and are on a 2-game losing streak after a 6-3 road loss on Thursday against the Minnesota Wild. The Flames are leading the division and are coming off a 4-2 home win over the Dallas Stars on Thursday. This will be the 4th and final regular season game between them as the Flames have won 2 of the 3 games thus far, including a 5-2 win last time they played. Calgary is playing well lately, going 8-1 in their last 10 games. Calgary has scored 3 goals or more in 8 out of the last 10 games, and they rank 6th in goals per game and 3rd in shots per game. Johnny Gaudreau leads the Flames with 109 points. Gaudreau has 1 point or more in 8 out of the last 10 games, and he ranks top 3 in the league in points. Jacob Markstrom has a record of 37-15-8 with a 2.21 goals against average and a .922 save percentage. Markstrom ranks 3rd in goals against average, tied for 5th in save percentage, and 1st in shutouts on the season among all goalies in the league. Calgary won 2 of the 3 games this season against Vancouver, so the Calgary Flames money line is our full game side pick. Both teams have been very hot on offense recently. Calgary has scored 3 goals or more in 8 out of the last 10 games, and they rank 6th in goals per game and 3rd in shots per game. Johnny Gaudreau leads the Flames with 109 points. Gaudreau has 1 point or more in 8 out of the last 10 games, and he ranks top 3 in the league in points. Vancouver scored 3 goals or more in 9 out of the last 10 games. JT Miller leads the team with 93 points. He has recorded 1 point or more in 7 out of his last 10 games, and he ranks top 10 in points and assists in the league. Quinn Hughes ranks top 10 in points and assists among all defensemen in the league. These teams have shown the ability to score the puck as Vancouver is averaging 4.8 goals per game in their previous 5 games, while Calgary is scoring 5 goals per game in their last 4 games. Looking at their numbers on the power play this season, they have been able to take advantage of having an extra man on the ice. The Canucks are scoring on 23.4% of power plays this year, while the Flames are scoring on 23.3% of opportunities. The over is 4-1 in their last 6 games against one another. The Canucks are scoring fairly well. Calgary also is finding the back of the net with a lot of consistency, and I believe this has the potential to be an exciting game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. St. Louis Blues versus Arizona Coyotes. The St. Louis Blues will go on the road and take on the Arizona Coyotes at Gila River Arena. The Blues have a record of 47-20-11. Arizona has a record of 22-50-6. These 2 teams have faced each other 3 times this season, with St. Louis winning 2 out of the 3 games. The Blues have been red hot lately, going 9-0-1 in their last 10 games, while Arizona has gone 1-8-1 in their last 10 games. St. Louis is top 10 in goals per game and goals against per game. It has been a very balanced effort on offense for the Blues, with 8 players having over 50 points. Bill Husso has a 24-6-6 record with a 2.46 goals against average and .923 save percentage. The Coyotes are on the back end of a back-to-back. Arizona ranks last in goals per game, last in shots per game, 30th in goals against per game, and last in shots against per game. St. Louis is doing anything but singing the Blues right now. They are an absolute wagon, and if it wasn't for the Panthers, the discussions around the league would be about fearing them in the postseason. They've won 7 of their last 8 and 12 of their last 14. Even worse for the Coyotes is that Vladimir Tarasenko and company should not be throttling down. St. Louis would love to not have to play the Wild in the first round, as they are one of the few teams that can keep up with them. Within those last 12 wins was one against this same Coyotes team. The Blues took them down 5-1 in a one-sided contest. This one should be no different as Tarasenko and Pavel Buchnevich are on a tear right now. The veterans are leading the young skaters such as Jordan Kyrou down this home stretch of the season ahead of the playoffs. They've built some serious momentum, beating the Wild twice in a week's time and the Pacific Division champion Flames. This game being on the road should cause no issues either. The Blues are the second best road goal scoring team with 3.68 goals per game. That should only increase against a Coyotes team on a back-to-back and leave Arizona howling the Blues. The Coyotes will have a hard time scoring on and even stopping the Blues, so the St. Louis Blues to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In St. Louis' 78 games, the over has hit in over half of their games, going 41 to 35 to 2. So far, taking the over when the Blues are playing away from home has been a good bet with an over-under record of 21 to 16 to 1. On the season, 60% of St. Louis' games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 56% of the scoring coming from the Blues. In Arizona's 77 games, the over has hit in over half of their games, going 37 to 35 to 5. So far, taking the over when the Coyotes are playing at home has been a good bet with an over-under record of 18 to 17 to 3. On the season, 57% of Arizona's games have gone for at least 6 goals or more, with 40% of the scoring coming from the Coyotes. Not only are the Blues the second best goal-scoring team on the road, the Coyotes are the worst goaltending team at home. They're giving up 3.76 goals per game in Arizona, and that may only get worse Saturday night. Their starting goaltender, Karen Vejmelka, was in net Friday night against the Capitals. The fact that the rookie is the Coyotes starter is concerning itself. They traded away backup Scott Wedgwood at the deadline, leaving any of 4 other goalies that could go Saturday night. None of them have more than 3 games played this season. The Blues had a 12-game streak of scoring 4 or more goals until their last 2 games. Look for them to begin a new streak against an inexperienced goaltender and take care of the majority of this total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Anaheim Ducks versus Los Angeles Kings. For the second time in 4 days, the divisional rivalry game will take place between the Anaheim Ducks and Los Angeles Kings. The Ducks are sitting in 12th place in the Western Conference and are done for the season with no chances of making the playoffs, while the Kings moved up to the 6th after winning each of their last 3 games. They need just one more victory to secure a playoff spot. These Pacific Division foes have met 3 times this season, and Los Angeles leads the series 2-1. The Kings were better in 6 of the previous 10 head-to-head encounters. The Anaheim Ducks travel to Los Angeles to take on the Kings for the 4th and final time this season. Los Angeles has won 2 of the 3 matches and are hoping to add another one to their total. They still haven't locked up a playoff spot and need every point until the end of the season. This is a game they can easily win if they come out and play a full 60 minutes. Anaheim has been eliminated from the playoffs and are just going through the motions. They are 3-4 to 3 in their last 10 games and continue to get poor goaltending from John Gibson. The veteran netminder has been a disaster since the All-Star break, and he's not going to turn things around tonight. The Kings have won 3 games in a row and are currently the 3rd team in the Pacific Division. They'd like to hold that spot and avoid having to play one of the top teams, so this game is critical for them. While the Ducks are pretty indifferent with 4 games to go and cannot wait for the season to end, the Kings still need points to clinch their playoff spot. They need one more victory in order to do it. Expect the Kings to take care of business in regulation, so the Los Angeles Kings money line is our full game side pick. It seems that the Kings' defense will get them into the playoffs, and fully deservedly, given how they bounced back from a 9-3 loss to the Avalanche, and all of that without Drew Doughty. Jonathan Quick responded in a fascinating manner and will be at the goal for the 4th consecutive game. I am backing him to keep the Ducks at bay and limit them to 1 or 2 goals. Both teams combined to score just 3 goals in their last meeting just under a week ago. The Kings are a good defensive team, and while they are top 5 in shots per game, they are 20th in goals per game. They shoot the puck a decent amount, but it doesn't often find the back of the net. It's rare to see John Gibson play well since he's been a hot pile of trash for the better part of 2 months. But he was solid in their last meeting. He didn't even face that many shots, which is the more surprising part. Los Angeles is the better team overall, and they need this win to keep pace in the Pacific Division. We won't see an open hockey game, but rather a tight checking game with few scoring chances. If both goalies are solid, goals will be at a premium. The Ducks' defense is looking uninterested lately, but Los Angeles is not known as a high-scoring team, so I expect to see another low-scoring affair, like it was the case 4 days ago. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.